What's happening? What it is? I don't even know why I cut this on, but I cut it on anyway. Hey, it's a lot of different things going on, with everything. You know what I mean? So much change, you know. And remember, I don't have an obligation um, to sign in and inform in a constant type of, you know, rotation. So as things go on that I deem necessary to put out there in the ethers, just to get you to think about it and stuff like that, that's what I'll do. And I like the levels that I'm going through, because even at a good time, it may be a good time to close that, even when it's going just as good as you could imagine. Sometimes there's forces present that will cause you or make you consider true wisdom, because you'll start thinking maybe you're not using the best wisdom possible. And and let me say this too. I'm gonna be practicing this shit, just moving around. But when I was younger, can I say younger? I guess I'll say younger. But people would talk about like the preacher. Now this is before I knew I was a Christian at that time, or was programmed to become a Christian or Baptist or whatever, but nevertheless, listen. So anyway, I would listen to them, and they would say, well, he's supposed to be this, and she's supposed to be that, and I would look at them and say, ain't we all human? In my mind, I wouldn't tell them this, but I was, ain't are you forgetting something or some shit? This would always be in my mind when they talk about, he's supposed to be a preacher, he's supposed to have been a pastor, or that was a teacher, or he was a police officer. Ain't you forgetting something? You know, ain't you forgetting error, human error, or, you know, shit, malfunctions in the computer, motherfucker? I mean, what is you talking about? I hear people today, and and nothing against them, but it's just the mindset that we really allow ourselves to actually believe or conceive. You know what I mean? Okay, give you an example. I hear people say, many of people. It's because one of us may have said this, or you may have said this, or he may have said this, don't mean it's just them. It is a wide range of people or beings who think like this. But nevertheless, you'll say, this person ain't all that. Okay, they might be talking about a preacher, or they might be talking about a leader, or they might be talking about a teacher, you know what I mean, or one who is practicing self, or anything, a member of something, anything. He ain't all that. They ain't all. But guess what? You ain't supposed to be all that. You're supposed to be all of everything. Look at the clock. It says 12 numbers on it, right? But it's 24, right? How can it stay the same without you understanding any damn thing? It can't. You're not supposed. Look, you shit, wipe your ass. Guess what? They shit and wipe their ass. Guess what? You eat what you want to. Guess what? They eat what they want to. They ain't all that. What the fuck they supposed to be? A lot of people who conceive something about somebody and say, well, he ain't this and she ain't that, and he was never this, and all that shit is just dumb as shit, man. It's just for more confusion. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be right and exact, that's the shit you got to get away from. Even in thought, you know. You know what I mean? What are you talking about? You're trying to follow a moralistic path, looking for some motherfucker like it's a brother Justice, Jesus, and even he told you, I know not one who is righteous, motherfucker. The fuck is you talking about? Yeah, I'm talking like that just because, what I'm saying, when you think about it, I get compassionate about silly, stupid shit. Especially when I got a way that I can inform you about that silly, stupid shit and see if you agree or not. It doesn't matter if you agree or not. But only a fool in the Quran states, that book called the Quran, read by Muslims, said only a fool, no, that's the Bible. The Bible says this. Only a fool ignores wisdom. It does a fool no good to use his money to go to college. Why? Because he has no common sense. Nevertheless, we get caught up in these things, and then we still want to say we are wise. Reflection. It's nothing that I don't think about that you do, or you do that, or I think that you don't do. You understand? Whether you do it or not. You know what I mean? You go, and then this first impression of stuff is also ridiculously retarded, because a bear or a lion or a tiger, right, ain't all that. You see him on them shows and shit growling, but he don't do that all the time. He ain't all that, motherfucker. You scared of a rat, but the rat ain't even all that. You know what I'm saying? But he gonna be that when he's supposed to be that. And you ought to count on that. You know what I mean? Nevertheless, what I'm saying to you is, broaden your mind, stop. And just because you see a person at the grocery store somewhere, and you get the first impression of this woman, right? She looked this, and then you get to know her, change numbers a couple of weeks later, you say, yeah, I didn't know you was like that. See, it's still a perception that's fucked all off. You know what I mean? It's fucked all off. We're trained to understand what really doesn't fucking make sense. To agree to some shit that just fucks up the computer. You know what I mean? Causes the computer not to even conceptualize shit in the correct manner that builds off of life, that builds off of the boundaries around individuality. You know what I mean? Got you hooked up to moralistic tubes and shit. Don't do this, don't do that, but they doing all that shit. You know what I mean? Nevertheless, let that marinate. It's gonna be, stand focused. It's the slow method today, I think. nevertheless, man, you know what I mean? I just feel the better and the quicker we release all this bullshit that we got aiming at other people, and no, not even aiming at other people, that's aiming our minds at a direction, which is, listen, a direction, a direct, to direct. We are being directed, led somewhere to die because of a wreck, but nevertheless direct. You know, movement is not directed. The wind is actually not directed. The birds even do not plot their course. Nevertheless, continue. Forward.